It's the evening of October 7 and the dust has settled. This is after our concrete pour today. Things are curing. It looks pretty good. I don't want to walk on it yet. Let me walk around. It was quite a busy day. We now have an excavator with a drill head, with an auger attachment and a 16-inch rock bit, which I'll talk about in a minute. So here is the rest of the work. I'll walk around the perimeter. Coming up on the back door, which is hidden behind post number 2. Here's our back door. I still have to work on that opening. This is just from the back side. This is our 10-foot opening, which still has our temporary wall in the back. And we will shortly have a walkway that actually continues to the middle of the wing entrance. And at this point, we're gonna step down. I'm still deciding what we're gonna do. We are still deciding what we're gonna do with some type of walkway, but in the meantime, we've gone ahead and formed this up. If you're wondering why why the outside is recessed, it's because we're going to use 2-inch bullnose stone, just like what's on this wall right here. Now, I've got a bad example there. You can see it's underneath the wood, but since that's 2 inches thick, and the field material that we use is only 1.5 inches, we need to have a 1/2 inch difference in the field. It needs to be a 1/2 inch taller. So let's see, we've got some new dirt piles. This is going to get removed tomorrow. Since we have an excavator, he can quickly switch from the drill back over to the 24-inch bucket and load this into the dump truck that he's going to bring and go haul this while they're digging out the rest of this footing. So today, after all the concrete work was done, I extended the train rail location. This is much, much closer how the rail is actually going to be situated. It's about 25 inches on center from the right wall. And if you notice, we've already got some of the footing dig out. We're waiting on this part because we can't get our wheelbarrow across if it's dug out without putting the wood across. So I'm doing little semicircles for the tree. This tree, when I planted this with all the rest of these redwoods, which are much, much taller than it, I had to dig into the rock, so it doesn't really have very good root structure, and trees are smart enough to recognize that if they grow too tall, they're gonna blow over. So they stay short and squatty. Anyway, so this is a hole that we excavated and then compacted back in place. Irrigation lines on the left tied together, things are flowing. This is, we're gonna be 9 feet over from this wall that we have here. We're gonna come straight over level, and it is gonna be 9 feet over. I'm gonna have a 6-inch wide kicker so that when I move the cement mixer into here by hand, that if it falls over I don't want it to fall over the edge, period. So I just finished the arc that I'm planning on putting around this big redwood. This one came with the property, so I'd like to keep it. And we are going to this pink line right here. The reason for going so close up to this redwood we're gonna be about 2 feet away from. We're gonna float the footing, meaning we'll be able to step on it, but it's not gonna have this, we don't have to go down a foot into the ground. We can actually float this footing over the top, so we as humans can still walk over the top, but it gives the redwood some chance to grow if it needs to. So here's the back side of the rail. So if we start from here and work our way this way, I need about 30 feet of straight rail. Actually, I've got 32 feet of straight rail before I start putting a bend in it. And some of you I sent a text to last night to show you what my first rail bend looks like. I had a friend that his hobby is in the world of rail. We actually bent this 20-foot piece of rail right here with a rail bender. It takes a little while, but this curve is actually this curve. It took us a couple hours to figure out how to do it. He'd never bent rail before, but we're gonna start right at this post, and 20 feet from here is the same curve as what we have over there. Anyway, that's it for today.